Welcome to the Wisdom Tribe. If you are listening to this right now, it is not by coincidence, it is by divine appointment. You have been drawn here by the Spirit of God Himself because this message carries something that belongs to you. You are not here by accident. You are here because heaven has already stamped you as chosen, set apart, and destined for greatness. Chosen one, tonight is not an ordinary night. Something in the spiritual realm is shifting in your favor. God is saying, stay alert because what I promised is being released. You've prayed, you've fasted, you've cried, and you've waited, and now the manifestation is closer than you think. This message will prepare your heart to recognize the divine moment that's unfolding right now. Before we go any further, if your spirit is resonating with this message, type 7 in the comments right now. That number isn't just a number, it's a prophetic symbol of divine completion. It means God is finishing what He started in you. Tonight marks the end of delay and the beginning of manifestation. When you type 7, you're declaring in faith that you are awake, aligned, and ready for what heaven is releasing tonight. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Wisdom Tribe, and stay with me until the very end of this video because God is about to confirm in your spirit that it's happening tonight. Your breakthrough, your clarity, your elevation, it's already in motion. Let's get into it. Iyela. Chapter 1. The heavenly clock has struck your hour. Chosen one, lean in. This is not just another message. This is a divine announcement. The Spirit of God is moving. And if you're listening right now, it means heaven has scheduled this exact moment for you. There are certain seasons when the heavens shift, when divine promises move from pending to manifesting, and tonight is one of those sacred hours. You may not see the full picture yet, but in the unseen, everything is aligning. You've walked through long stretches of silence where it felt like your prayers hit the ceiling and came back empty. You've wondered if God forgot your name, if He still remembered what He promised. But heaven has been watching. Every tear, every lonely night, every moment you wanted to quit but chose to trust anyway. What felt like delay was actually divine timing in disguise. God wasn't ignoring you, He was preparing you. There's something powerful about divine timing. You can't rush it and you can't miss it once God says it's time. When heaven's calendar collides with your obedience, things that took years to form can change in a single moment. This is that moment, chosen one. This is the midnight hour when destiny begins to move, silently, suddenly, supernaturally. The same way God told the Israelites to be dressed and ready on the night of their deliverance, He is giving you that same instruction. Stay alert, stay expectant, stay in position. Do not fall asleep spiritually in a moment of divine movement. What you've prayed for, cried for, and fasted for is now moving toward you with divine acceleration. Heaven's clock has struck your name. It's your turn. You see, while you were waiting, heaven wasn't still. Angels were being assigned. Connections were being rearranged. Opportunities were being constructed. Even the delays were divine. They were building strength, character, and faith inside you. You are no longer the same person who began this journey. You are wiser, purer, and ready to carry what's coming. Chosen one, heaven has entered your timeline. The supernatural realm is now intersecting your reality. The signs have been subtle, shifts in your emotions, restlessness in your spirit, divine encounters, strange peace in moments that used to break you. All of it was confirmation that something big is on the horizon, and now that horizon is here. This is not a coincidence, it's a convergence. The prayers you sowed in pain have reached maturity, and heaven is releasing the harvest. The wait wasn't wasted, it was warfare. You've been trained, tested, and tempered for this exact moment. God is whispering to you right now. It's happening tonight. The shift is beginning in the spirit before it touches the physical. Don't underestimate what can happen between this night and the morning light. The same God who turned Joseph's imprisonment into a palace promotion overnight, who shifted Esther from orphan to queen in a single evening, is the same God working in your story. This is your divine hour. The clock of destiny has struck. Everything you've endured was leading here. Step boldly into the promise, for the night of waiting has ended, and the dawn of manifestation has begun. He couldn't bring certain people until you learned discernment. He couldn't release certain resources until your motives became pure. That's why you had to go through that season of pruning and stripping. It was all part of the preparation. Think of David. Before he was anointed king publicly, he was trained privately in the fields. Killing lions and bears when no one was watching was his preparation for facing Goliath in front of everyone. Likewise, you have been fighting invisible battles. Battles that no one saw but heaven recorded. And just like David, your season of private faithfulness has qualified you for public favor. Chosen one, do not despise the days of small beginnings. Those quiet, lonely seasons were divine classrooms where God taught you endurance, patience, humility, and strength. You were learning how to trust His voice above all others. You were learning how to walk by faith, not by sight. You were learning how to depend on grace instead of validation. Those lessons are priceless because they're what will keep you grounded when the blessings start pouring in. Now heaven is saying, the training is complete. The same routine that once felt repetitive is now about to reward you. The discipline that made you different is now about to distinguish you. Every moment of faithfulness is about to echo in the physical realm as open doors, divine connections, and supernatural opportunities. What you did in secret, God is about to reward in the open. The spiritual tests you passed are now unlocking real-world results. The spiritual roots you grew in silence are about to bear visible fruit. The harvest season has been activated. The very habits that once made you feel isolated, your prayer life, your focus, your restraint, are the same qualities that will now draw divine favor to you. Chosen one, your preparation was not a detour, it was destiny's design. God was shaping your character while hiding your greatness. He was teaching you how to carry weight with grace, authority with humility, and power with purity. You are now entering the stage of manifestation. Everything you've endured has built endurance. Everything you've suffered has built strength. The heaven you once felt was silent is now speaking through alignment. The very things that once confused you are about to confirm you. Every delay, every disappointment, every detour, they were all working together for this exact moment. The time you thought you lost was actually divine investment. Now God is whispering to your spirit, it's time. Step forward. The doors that once resisted you will now recognize you. The stage is set. The preparation is complete. The favor is about to find you. Chapter 2. Your preparation is about to pay off. Chosen one, take a deep breath. because this is the moment your hidden obedience starts to make sense. For so long it felt like you were doing everything right and seeing little in return. You prayed, you fasted, you obeyed divine instructions, and yet the results seemed delayed. But what you didn't realize was that heaven was building something eternal inside you. You weren't being punished, you were being perfected. You weren't being overlooked, you were being over-prepared. Every act of obedience, no matter how small, has been recorded in heaven's books. Every time you turned down temptation, every time you forgave when it hurt, every time you stayed quiet when you wanted to defend yourself, you were showing heaven you were ready for the next level. God was watching the unseen sacrifices, the times you cried but still trusted, the moments you wanted to walk away but stayed in faith, the days you sowed in tears and still showed up with integrity. None of it was wasted. The reason your process took so long is because your promise is so big. You are not being prepared for something ordinary. You are being positioned for something extraordinary. Quick blessings fade fast, but blessings built on preparation last for generations. God wasn't just getting the blessing ready for you, He was getting you ready for the blessing. Because when elevation comes, you need the strength, the character, and the spiritual stamina to sustain it. Chosen one. The fire you walked through wasn't meant to destroy you, it was meant to refine you. Every challenge was a test of alignment. Every delay was divine timing, protecting you from premature exposure. There were things God couldn't reveal yet because your heart needed to be purified first. He couldn't give you certain platforms while you were still healing. Chapter 3. The enemy is restless because he knows. Chosen one, what you've been feeling lately, the heaviness, the random opposition, the spiritual turbulence, it's not in your head. It's spiritual. It's not random anxiety. It's prophetic activity. The enemy is restless because he knows something is shifting in your favor. Heaven has already dispatched the blessing, and hell is in panic mode trying to stop what cannot be stopped. Understand this. The enemy has seen the blueprint of your breakthrough before you did. He caught a glimpse of what God is about to manifest in your life, and that glimpse is what's making him restless. That's why people are suddenly acting strange, why certain situations are trying to provoke you, why your emotions feel tested out of nowhere. It's all an attempt to get you distracted before your divine moment arrives. Chosen one, this is not just a bad week. It's spiritual warfare at its highest level. The enemy knows that once this blessing lands, he loses his grip on you completely. He's throwing last-minute distractions, unnecessary drama, and emotional noise because he knows what's coming next will silence every lie, every delay, and every attack he ever sent your way. The closer you get to the promise, the louder the opposition becomes. But remember, noise is a sign of movement. You only hear turbulence when the plane is ascending. The enemy doesn't waste energy on people who aren't a threat. The fact that he's attacking you so intensely is confirmation that you've stepped into a new realm of spiritual authority. Hell does not fight the average, it fights the anointed. You carry light, and darkness is reacting to that light. Every time you level up in the spirit, demons that once ignored you start to recognize you. That's why some of your old environments now feel uncomfortable. It's because your frequency no longer fits where you once were. Chosen one, this is why you've been feeling restless in your spirit. Your discernment is heightened. You can feel when something isn't right. That's not paranoia. That's prophetic sensitivity. You're seeing through people's intentions, sensing shifts in energy, and picking up on things you couldn't perceive before. It's all part of your spiritual maturity. God has sharpened your discernment for this very season so that no trick, no trap, no deception can delay your destiny. But here's what the enemy didn't expect. Every attack has only made you stronger. Every trial has increased your endurance. Every false accusation has taught you emotional discipline. You no longer react, you discern. You no longer panic, you pray. You no longer run, you rest in God's timing. That kind of maturity terrifies the enemy because it means he can no longer manipulate you through fear or confusion. Remember Job. When he was closest to restoration, the attacks intensified. It wasn't because he was cursed, it was because he was chosen. Likewise, the chaos you're experiencing isn't a curse. It's confirmation that your restoration is moments away. Heaven is about to reveal what hell tried to conceal. You are walking into a season where everything stolen will be restored with interest. Chosen one, God is saying, don't flinch. The warfare is not greater than the word I've spoken over your life. You've already won this battle in the spirit. Now you're just walking it out in the natural. Keep your composure, keep your peace. The enemy's last weapon is distraction. Don't hand him victory by reacting to every storm. You've come too far to break now. Your calmness is confusing hell. Your silence is disarming demons. Your peace is your proof that you've already shifted dimensions. When you remain still in the face of chaos, heaven moves on your behalf. Angels are encamped around you. Divine forces are at work even while you rest. Chosen one, this is why God told you to stay alert. Not to live in fear, but to remain in awareness. Be conscious of your atmosphere, protect your energy, guard your mind. Every thought of doubt, fear, or discouragement is a seed from the enemy trying to take root before your breakthrough blooms. Don't water it with worry, starve it with worship. Speak life, speak faith, and stand firm. Chapter 4. Something is being delivered to your spirit. Chosen one, the miracle that's coming is not just material, it's spiritual. God is about to deposit wisdom, revelation, and divine strategy into your spirit tonight. He's about to open your eyes to see clearly, your heart to believe fully, and your path to align perfectly. This is not just another night. It's a sacred transaction between heaven and your destiny. What's being delivered is not something you order with your mouth. It's something heaven responds to through your faith. Every trial you endured, every tear you shed, every moment of patience has been recorded and is now catalyzing this moment. There are things you've been confused about that will suddenly make sense. The fog that's been sitting over your mind, the uncertainty about your next step, the silent seasons where you felt forgotten, all of it is about to shift. The confusion was never punishment, it was protection. God was withholding answers until your spirit was mature enough to receive them. But now, the time has come. Divine understanding is being downloaded into your soul like a spiritual software update, one that will unlock new levels of awareness, purpose, and peace. Every insight you receive tonight will have a ripple effect in your life, aligning your relationships, finances, and destiny with heaven's plan. Chosen one, tonight is not about chasing a sign, it's about becoming one. You are entering a moment where heaven is transferring power, direction, and anointing directly into your spirit. You may not see lightning or hear thunder, but something deep within you is awakening. That sudden calm you feel, that's God. That divine rest that replaces your anxiety. That's your confirmation that heaven is working. Every revelation tonight is meant to equip you for the assignments you have yet to step into. You are being fortified spiritually, emotionally, and mentally, so that nothing can divert you from your divine course. There are angels surrounding you right now, ministering spirits ensuring that what God promised you arrives without delay. They are shifting timelines, realigning opportunities, and bringing divine connections your way. Every obstacle that tried to block your path is being rerouted. Every voice that tried to confuse your purpose is being silenced. Heaven is clearing the spiritual runway for takeoff. Even the unseen forces that whispered doubt are being dismantled tonight. Your atmosphere is charged with heaven's presence, ready to execute the divine plan on your behalf. You'll start to notice divine patterns, messages repeating, dreams resurfacing, numbers aligning, random thoughts turning into revelation. Don't dismiss these moments as coincidence. They are coded confirmations from heaven. God speaks in whispers, and only those who are still enough can hear. So quiet your mind, silence your fears, and tune into His frequency. Your spirit is the landing pad for miracles, and tonight those miracles are arriving in perfect order. The things that once seemed delayed are now synchronized with heaven's timing. Each subtle sign, each nudging thought is a piece of the puzzle falling into place. A conversation, a dream, a sudden inner pull. You'll know it's from God because it will come with peace, not panic. It will carry clarity, not confusion. Heaven is saying, "Kos, pay attention." Sometimes your blessing doesn't come wrapped in gold. It comes wrapped in instructions. The next step of your destiny may not be loud, but it will be unmistakable. Every whisper from God tonight is designed to accelerate you into your appointed season. Chosen one, the Spirit of God is moving silently but powerfully around you. He is delivering something divine to your spirit, something that will activate everything dormant within you. This download is not just for your comfort. It's for your calling. When you wake up tomorrow, you will not be the same. Chapter 5. The shift will be sudden. God's timing is not always gradual. Sometimes it's immediate. One divine moment can shift years of delay, and what seemed impossible becomes inevitable in a heartbeat. Chosen one. This is one of those moments. You've been walking through long seasons of process, training, and unseen preparation, but now God is saying, suddenly. Suddenly the opportunity opens. Suddenly the message arrives. Suddenly the call comes through. What took years to build will come together in a single night of divine alignment. Your prayers, patience, and perseverance converge into one moment of breakthrough. The atmosphere itself is shifting in your favor. Doors that were sealed tight begin to swing wide open. People who were unaligned fall away, and the right connections appear as if by divine orchestration. The delay, the waiting, and the unanswered questions now make sense. They were all preparing you for this exact instant. That's why staying spiritually awake is critical. Don't scroll mindlessly on your phone. Don't complain about delays. Don't doubt the invisible movement of heaven. Stay in prayer, stay expectant, stay in praise. Meditate on God's word. Affirm His promises. Speak life over your circumstances. Praise Him for what hasn't even appeared yet. because faith activates the shift before the manifestation. When the shift happens, you'll know it's Him because it will carry peace, power, and divine precision. Chosen one. The suddenness is intentional. It's God's way of showing that what He's doing is not dependent on human effort, but on divine orchestration. Even the enemy will be caught off guard, unable to interfere. This is the night where your preparation meets your promotion, your faith meets its fruit, and your obedience meets its reward. You are stepping into a level that wasn't accessible before, not by chance but by choice, by discipline, and by alignment with Heaven's will. Every small moment of faithfulness you've displayed in silence tonight compounds into a monumental shift. Your timing aligns perfectly with God's timing. Everything that was hidden, delayed, or overlooked suddenly converges into visibility. The shift is sudden, yes, but it's also precise, powerful, and irreversible. This is your season, chosen one. Stay alert, stay ready, stand firm. Heaven is moving and your breakthrough is arriving tonight. Even the things you thought were setbacks are now revealed to be setups. Every closed door, every unanswered call, every quiet moment of waiting has been part of God's divine choreography. The pressure you've felt, the tests you've endured, and the storms you've walked through were all creating momentum for this very hour. The timing is perfect, and nothing can stop what heaven has ordained. Your sudden shift will leave no doubt. God is faithful, God is just, and God's plans for you cannot be delayed. Tonight, the unseen becomes seen. The impossible becomes possible. What has been promised will be delivered. What has been prayed for will manifest. The shift is here, and it's monumental. Stand in faith, chosen one, for the night of your divine elevation has arrived. Your breakthrough is not tomorrow, not next week, but now. Be ready to receive. Chapter 6. Your faith is the activator. Chosen one, tonight isn't about waiting, it's about believing. Faith is the activator of heaven's power. It is the spiritual ignition that turns prayers into reality and alignment into manifestation. What you confess, what you declare, and what you hold in your heart right now determines what unfolds next in your life. Every word you speak in faith is like a key turning in the lock of your destiny. Every thought rooted in belief is pulling supernatural outcomes toward you. Every step you take in obedience, even when you cannot see the end, is part of this activation. Faith is not passive, it's proactive, persistent, and powerful. Speak life over your situation. Declare that doors are opening that no man can shut, that healing is taking place in the hidden places, and that your season of breakthrough has arrived. Don't just whisper it, proclaim it boldly. Don't align your words with fear, doubt, or what seems impossible. Align them with unwavering faith. Let your declarations rise above the noise of uncertainty. Speak with authority, knowing that heaven has already assigned angels to make your words manifest. Each declaration you make is a spiritual signal, a vibration that summons divine alignment, favor, and provision. God is not asking you to understand how it will happen. He's already orchestrating it behind the scenes. The angels are moving. Divine connections are converging in ways your natural eyes cannot yet see. Your name is being mentioned in rooms, circles, and spaces that you've never entered before. Situations are shifting, and people who are meant to align with your destiny are being strategically positioned in your life. What seems quiet in the natural is roaring in the spiritual. Every delay you thought was a setback has been a setup for this moment of activation. faith also protects you from distraction. The enemy will try to make you doubt, question, or second guess. Every time fear arises, speak faith louder. Every time anxiety whispers lies, declare God's truth with confidence. Your belief is more powerful than the opposition trying to delay your elevation. When doubt comes knocking, greet it with unwavering trust in the God who has never failed you. When worry tries to steal your peace, replace it with praise and prophetic declarations over your life. Your faith is your shield, your sword, and your signal to heaven that you are ready to receive. Remember, chosen one, heaven responds to faith, not sight. The same faith that moved mountains in Scripture is available to you tonight. This is the faith that calls forth what seems impossible, that draws miracles out of the invisible, and that positions you in alignment with God's perfect timing. Every act of faith, no matter how small, compounds in the spiritual realm to produce monumental results. Your commitment to believe, even in the unseen, is a powerful lever that heaven cannot ignore. Keep your spirit open and your faith active. Praise in advance. Declare victory before it's visible. Walk in the assurance that what God promised is already on its way. Your faith is not passive, it is the activator of the supernatural. The moment you hold steady in belief, heaven moves. Your breakthrough, your blessing, and your divine elevation are responding to the faith you carry tonight. Stay vigilant, chosen one. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Know that your faith tonight is not just sustaining you, it's rewriting your story. Angels are moving, doors are opening, and your destiny is shifting. The unseen is aligning with the seen. The miracle is near. Your breakthrough is imminent. Tonight, your faith does more than believe. It commands heaven to act. Stay strong, stay faithful, and watch as what God has spoken manifests before your eyes. Tieun. Chapter 7. Tonight marks the beginning of your new season. Chosen one, this is not hype, it's prophecy. You've entered a divine turning point in your life. Everything you've been waiting for, praying for, and believing for is converging right now. What's been hidden is being revealed. What's been delayed is being delivered. God is saying it's happening tonight. Not next week, not next month, not next year, tonight. This is the hour when heaven opens doors that were once closed, releases blessings that were once delayed, and initiates shifts that will redefine your entire path. The old cycles, the patterns that held you back, the doubts that weighed you down, the fears that tried to paralyze your faith are breaking tonight. Your spirit has been tested, refined, and strengthened. Your patience has matured. Your endurance has been rewarded. And now your destiny is ready to expand in ways that may surprise even you. Chosen one, the season of waiting is over. The season of walking in authority, favor, and supernatural acceleration has begun. Stay alert, stay grateful, and stay aligned. Tonight is a threshold moment, a spiritual intersection where faith meets fulfillment. What took years to form will now manifest in days. Opportunities, divine connections, revelations, and breakthroughs are all converging on your life simultaneously. The heavens are moving in your favor, orchestrating circumstances, people, and timing to release your next level. This is not coincidence. This is God's strategic hand at work. Pay attention to the details. Signs, confirmations, dreams, and synchronicities are all part of this activation. Your prayers, your discipline, your sacrifices, and your obedience are coming together to produce fruit. The moment is saturated with divine favor. The shift is irreversible. Your elevation is visible in the spiritual realm even if the natural hasn't fully caught up yet. Chosen one, lift your head. Heaven is moving on your behalf right now. The barriers you thought were permanent are dissolving. The delays you thought were failures are turning into testimonies. The people and situations aligned with your destiny are appearing exactly when they should. What you've been praying for is not coming. It's here. Your assignment, your blessing, your breakthrough, and your divine alignment are happening in real time. Walk in it boldly, thank God continuously, and embrace your new season with expectation. This is your confirmation, your activation, and your release. God's favor is not just upon you, it's surrounding you. Tonight marks the birth of your next chapter. Your life will never be the same. Remember, when God says it's happening tonight, He is declaring that the divine orchestration is in motion, the promises are active, and the supernatural is aligning to answer every cry of your heart. Chosen one, rise, step forward, and receive. The heavens are opening.